What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jesus Conde, and today we're going to be continuing with this painting. Thank you very much for coming back to watch this series. I really hope you like it. Let's get started. Alright, guys, so the first thing that you see me doing here is I felt like all the painting was looking way too flat, like everything was basically the same kind of color or value. It was way too pale looking. It lacked a lot of contrast and difference between what was in the foreground and the background. That is how we left it yesterday, but we did left with a very good base to work with today. And so as you saw there, I made a really simple decision of just making flat color, darker color for the background, and then changing the opacity and adding a little bit of adjustment layer with brightness and contrast. I kind of made the girl pop up a little bit more against the background, which is darker, and I think that really brings Brohead out. And now it's basically a matter of me just trying to make this image better constantly, right? That's the goal, to make all the best decisions to make this image get closer to final, and also making it look better on the process. If I'm not making the image look better, I'm not doing too much of a good job. So that will be the main goal. Also, I'm going to start trying to go farther from the reference. As you saw in the episode before, I did have another face, and now I'm painting this one, which is a model called Lauren de Graaf. And now it's my job to basically try to get distance from that, changing things here and there. Some of you may have seen this left image, which is my avatar right now, and it's like the base for this small collection of images that I'm creating. And it looks kind of different, more metallic, of course, and even more detail in some areas than everything else that I'm doing right now. But that is just the, how do I say that? It was the inspiration for everything that I'm going to be doing from now on and doing right now on this channel. It's kind of like a benchmark, if you can call it that. And that's gonna help me to, it's like a way for me to find what that visual language that I feel like I should be doing, and that was the purpose of that. Now what I'm trying is to find these other variations of this character and versions, and this one I'm really liking it very much. I'm liking it a lot, the result that I'm getting. It's getting constantly to that next level that I want to achieve with this painting, and also with the look that I want to create. It's a constant growth, honestly. And I'm using a very basic soft brush, as you guys can see, nothing too fancy, and I'm trying to find what the contrast between the shapes are, like adding shadows where it needs to be, more highlights where it needs to be, and even transparent effects, as you can see right now. I'm trying to find that way of making translucent effect. And I'm not erasing anything, I'm just painting with the skin color to make it look like there's something underneath, right? Which you also have to be careful, because there's also the value and the volume of that thing that's underneath. You have to take that into account. Also the direction of the light. At this point, it's coming very from the top right, as I have it right now. If I turn the image to the other side, then we'll be in the top left, and kind of behind the camera. And there's something blocking the light. It's not just the pieces that are in his head and her head that are blocking the light right now. There's something else going on, like bigger, a little bit farther from her. At the end, I really like this idea of having the cloth being pulled or grabbed by this spheric shapes, and we don't know how they are designed yet. I need to figure that out too, but I trust I'll come up with some interesting idea to do that. One of the things that I like about painting these parts of the image where the light is hitting is to make this really cool how you call that, highlights. And that's a very specific thing, I know, but I do like to do those kinds of things and figure out where it should actually hit. Right now, because I have the reference, it's pretty easy to know where that needs to be, but sometimes I've done it intuitively, and then if I look at the reference, I can see totally why they are there and how strong it should be and all that. Right now the face has changed a little bit and it's looking way better than before. By the way guys, I wanted to ask you, let's try to achieve 10 comments in this video. If you can help me with that, it can be something simple, maybe just this is cool, or keep it going, keep coming the videos and stuff like that. And also let's try to achieve 100 likes. If you guys can help me get 100 likes, I'll be super happy. That will really help this channel a lot. Thank you for that. So now I'm adding a little bit of reflections on the metal. This part is tricky because the metal tends to be, it can look very fake if you don't do it right, and I had to look for some references for how the legs could be, especially the muscles, and I'm super confused still of what those shapes are going to be. Like it's gonna be like cylinders, suspensions kind of thing, kind of like little hydraulic arms and stuff like that, and I need to figure that out. But for now, this detail is good enough. Like I can live with this kind of detail that I have right now. I don't have to go more than that at this moment. It will change in the next video probably, but I don't need it to be perfect at this moment. And also the shoulders and how the chest connects to it goes like through the elbow and stuff like that. That's very tricky part of anatomy that I have to figure out that too there, and it's important because it will sell the idea of the image. Right now, as you can see, I had to add some light on the clothing behind, being pulled by the metallic floating balls, and it's kind of difficult sometimes to get to this to find what kind of lighting this piece should have. And you always have to be careful though of how much contrast your image has. Personally, I don't like images that are way too contrasty, so I like to be cautious in those areas of how much is the complete dark. I don't really like to use full black on my images. I do like to use white though when I need a really sharp highlight. To me, I don't know, it's kind of like a rewarding thing when I can use a very sharp highlight in some places, and there is only few ways that you can do that, or a few areas. To me, only when you do something like glass looking or like very reflective, even like this metal, you are excused to do these very sharp highlights. But if you don't have any of that in your painting, you shouldn't. It calls too much attention. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, please subscribe to my channel and also activate your notification bell and give me a thumbs up. Let's try to get those 100 likes on this video, please. Alright, and now I'm going to clean out a little bit of the background and everything else because I devoted way too much time to the face on this painting. I do like where I left it. I feel like it really gained a lot of progress just by focusing on that and doing those changes. And I decided to add a ton of of jellyfish on the back. Actually, I don't know if that's the name, jellyfishes. I know that in Spanish they call medusas for some reason. At least that's how I call them on my country. I'm not sure if that's the actual name in other Spanish-speaking countries, if it's the same. But yeah, I think in English it will be like jellyfishes. Anyway, a little bit of trouble with the abdomen, and also not only in terms of painting and developing the shape of it, also conceptually. I need to make a decision if I want to have the navel is the name, and I'm not sure. That's when you know your English fails. But yeah, I need to decide if it's gonna have a navel or not in the middle of the stomach, abdomen. And yeah, I also thought it would be cool to have the same material that is covering her breast, have it on the crotch, and kind of covering that whole area, so it's not like she's wearing an underwear or something like that. I don't want her to be like that. So it's gonna be that or straight metal. I'm thinking I'm gonna use straight metal too. That's another possibility, to do that from the hips down, and we could do that differently conceptually. I haven't done metallic hips that look like completely metallic in any of the other images, so that could be a way to explore that. The only one that looks kind of like fully metal is from the back, and that's the underwater octopus looking girl. And yeah, I need to decide what's gonna happen. And I really gain a lot of interest in this painting by adding this blue color on the background. It really punches the pink and the rest of the painting. It was looking very monochromatic. It was looking nice, but I'm almost everything of the same color. And adding this blue really make things pop up. At least for me, it looks way better now that I have that blue color in there. And yeah, I'm super happy of how this image is turning out. Here I'm trying to pump those colors a little bit, but maybe too much, so I'll change that later, make it less intense. Also adding some reflections. I'm taking advantage of having this blue color in the background to put a little bit more in everywhere else what I need. And yeah guys, this is looking pretty good. I'm feeling really happy with the result so far on this one. I still have another painting to finish, but I think I'll do that on the weekend, paint straightforward to the end. That other painting that I left almost finished, but it's not finished yet, the one that is Gustav Klimt inspired. And yeah guys, I'm feeling really happy with this so far. Now what I need to do, and obviously that's gonna be the next video, is to really focus on cleaning everything up, putting a ton of detail everywhere. I'm getting used to this brush again, which is the one I used to use like way back when I'm at beginnings, just using the wrong brush. And I'm thinking I will use the round brush and then add a little bit of that painterly effect, but automatically generated with Agvis. I'm thinking about doing that. I haven't decided completely yet, but I think I'm gonna do that. And why, you may ask? And it's because I really feel this kind of like connection to find always the most simple way of working. And I feel like this is it. Honestly, this brush is all I need to paint something. Of course, it doesn't look as sharp, it doesn't look super fancy or anything, but it really does make my life easier when I paint with this simple brush. It's so straightforward. You don't have any complexity, like weird changes between the colors or anything, and it's I like that simplicity. Alright guys, this is it
for today's progress. I really hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment. What can be whatever, any questions you have. So thank you very much and see you next time.